Hello,
Good
Bronya. Good
morning.
morning. Another bright and early Monday morning.
Yeah, this
Look
is
at
becoming a bit
us.
of a habit, isn't it?
Yeah, it won't last.
We'll have 2 weeks off, and that'll be it.
Yeah. So I've got no cakes today. Actually, at the moment I've only got one cake this week. So I've got a chance to take a breath, catch up, and which I'm looking forward to actually. So
and kick.
Nah. Don't need that. And it's going to be a really hot week this week, isn't it?
It's going to be really hot. It's a good week to not have cake.
Yeah, actually, I keep putting it off. I was meant to do it yesterday, but I worked in the morning and then I just had a nice afternoon. I went to cinema club, but I've got my cupboard that is going, please sort me out. So,
is this you've moved in, shoved it all in, shut the door on it?
Yeah, and for about 2 weeks now, I've been going, I'm going to do it today. So I need to do it.
Today is the day. If we come back next week and you haven't done it, I'm going to want to know why.
Yeah.
I will be asking questions of you.
Because I sat on the sofa and watched Loose Women and this morning. No. That's not.
Yeah, there was something better on TV. That's what I did.
No, I won't be doing that. I'll be putting on some tunes, maybe listening to our Spotify.
Our afternoon bake list. It is growing. If you want to,
because it was our Instagram or I get notifications. I never leave.
Oh, okay.
And it was going ping, 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 ping.
It is great. So if you want to add to our afternoon bake list, which is, if you look for afternoon bake list on Spotify, if you want to add your kitchen disco tunes, just let us know. Email us, message us, DM us on Instagram, and we will add your tunes.
Yeah,
it's got quite a variety.
Yeah, but I love that. You can go from one genre to another genre.
From Taylor Swift to Boney M to
I think there's some drum. There's definitely some drum and bass on there. I heard.
Yeah. It's a good list to boogie to in your kitchen. So if you've got a favourite disco kitchen track, send it in and we will add it to the list. So we can all disco together, and then you can think of all the other cake makers when you're dancing in your kitchen. You can think of all the other cake makers have added to this tune.
Isn't it? Yeah, I like that.
You're not alone in your kitchen. You've got all your mates discoing with you.
Yeah.
Right, what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about fear of success and women's struggles.
We've plagiarised this from another podcast, haven't we?
Yes.
But that's fine.
Yes.
I think
it's a good topic. It's not just women's struggles in the workplace, it's men as well, because I know men do listen to our podcast. So it's all inclusive, but fear of struggles is a big thing for women.
And we're coming at it from a female perspective, I guess.
Yeah. But we're not excluding anybody.
No, definitely not. So we spoke to the lovely Alice Benham a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
She has her own podcast called Starting the Conversation, which is on something like 280 episodes ish.
And it comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah. And I think so. This is like 132 of her. So I do recommend you go and listen to hers, because she actually was it a therapist or a
I can't remember. I listened last Monday, so
I think she had someone that was like a mindset coach or a therapist or someone on.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, it was a good listen. So, but
I just kept her on actually and listened.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so that's why it's all blurred into one, which I do. So recent research has shown that men are driven by power in the workplace, while women have a different idea of what makes true success. Do you find yourself paralyzed by fear and indecision? I do sometimes.
Yeah.
But our baking world is predominantly women, isn't it?
It is predominantly women. But it's interesting that the men in the industry, I think, are probably seen differently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's the successful men and the successful women in the industry I think are possibly perceived slightly different. Not a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah, we are a very, very women heavy industry.
Yeah.
Let's face it. I
And
don't know what the percentages are, but
I should have looked that up. Never mind.
I don't know whether you would. I don't know whether it would come up actually.
No, but so many of us work from home.
Yeah.
And when I introduce myself, or when I'm talking to somebody, or somebody phones up, I hate saying this. Like, I hate saying, they go, well, where are you based? Can I come to your shop?
Yeah.
And I have to go, oh, no, it's a home business, because then it shifts the whole.
Yeah, it shifts you from being
a business owner.
Yeah, a professional business owner to being a little lady in your own kitchen.
Yeah, because by some it's not perceived as a business when you say it's a home business. I've been asked, when I've said I'm a home business, the customers then gone on to say, oh, how long have you been running? Which I'm like, you can't ask something like that.
You wouldn't walk into a shop and go, how long have you been here?
Yeah. And another time I was asked, why are your prices so much as a home business? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I mean, and this is something that I battle against. I've always kind of battled against, and I've had conversations with quite a few people about this, is that because it is a very woman heavy industry, and it's doing, we're women in our kitchen doing things that women do in a kitchen. The women have seen to be in the kitchen, so therefore that's where we are. It's not seen as professional.
No.
I've been following a lot of things, a lot of American accounts recently, because I've been making sourdough. So I've been watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of sourdough videos or following a lot of sourdough accounts on Instagram, and they call them micro bakeries. And I think that I love that term. I have a micro bakery that I run from my home.
I'm going to note that.
Because it's instantly, you're not a cake maker, you're not a home baker, you're nothing like that. You are running a micro bakery from your home. And I think it's like a mindset shift. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like,
I think that's going to be my word of the week.
Yeah, micro bakery.
Yeah,
I run a micro bakery.
I've noted it to my laptop.
Yeah, and I see it over and over and over again coming from America. And I don't know whether it's because they have slightly different rules on running businesses at home, because they have like cottage laws, which I think is really weird, because none of them live in a cottage.
They don't, do they?
But that's how they. So we have the Food Standards Agency that come out and inspect us. They have certain rules and laws, and they're called cottage laws, which is having a cottage industry. And I guess by calling it a cottage industry rather than a home business, somehow you're shifting away from being a home business to being an actual thing.
It's a legitimate business.
Yeah,
because we have got our insurance. Sorry, I've just got to make another note because I'm waiting for my insurance company to phone me back. So we have insurance. We've got our food hygiene ratings.
Yeah, we do everything in legitimate. To be honest, there's no difference between me running my business here and me running my business when I had the shop.
Yeah,
absolutely no difference.
No.
Yeah, actually, the only difference is I had more rent to pay.
Yeah,
that was the only difference.
Yeah,
I still had all the same rules, regulations, HMRC. If I had employees, I had to deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Everything's the same, whether you're at home or whether you're in a premises.
Yeah.
But that is I think there's like an industry standard to success. And I think that it's everywhere. In every industry, there is like an industry standard. So as cake makers, what do we perceive as being successful as a cake maker? And I think as an industry, we perceive it as being having your own studio somewhere or shop, regularly making cakes that hit 4-figure prices, not having to market because people know who you are and they come to you and you've got just a regular like run of work. And that's what we perceive success to be. And I don't think everyone wants that. And I think people are scared of that because I don't want to be making 4-figure sum cakes every week.
No. Oh God, the stress on that.
Exactly. It's terrifying. So I think that's like the first fear, that when you're going to be successful, what does success look like? And as an industry, we have this and it's actually, we perceive it, but it's actually cultivated quite a bit by coaches, by like business coaches in the cake industry. You know, and there are a few business coaches in the cake industry, and they're like rolling this where you need to be charging more. You need to be charging a wage.
Yeah, you need to be charging your worth. You need to be covered. What do you want to earn? £2 an hour, or £5
and I get that.
Hour?
Yes, you need to be paying yourself a decent wage, but do you actually? Okay, I put a post up. A little while ago about what does charging your worth mean, and I said how I work it out is I work out I need to be working what I want to earn an hour, and I charge an hourly rate plus a bit of profit, and that I cover my costs, cover my hourly rate. And what you need to get really, really good at is estimating how many hours you're going to take. Right, that was this post. A cake coach, one of the cake business coaches, came in and she said, I disagree with this. I disagree. It's not about an hourly rate. It's about the product and how much that product should be. And whilst I agree with what she's saying, for some people that works. For some people, that if that's how your mindset works, that's fantastic. But for other people, they don't want success to be 4-figure cakes every week.
No.
They want, you know what I mean? What is success to you? I mean, success to me is to be financially
stable.
Independent. Yeah. It's not to be well known. It's not to be having these very stressful cakes to make every week. That's not my success.
I find that the cakes that are from clients who are more upmarket, have more money, are definitely the more stressful cakes.
Yeah,
they're more likely to complain. They don't. Yeah. Can you come back and alter this? And that's not my target market.
Yeah,
my ideal client.
So I think sometimes we fear success because we're seeing success as something that we don't want.
Yeah,
and right from the bottom line, we don't actually want that.
Yeah.
Especially from two people that have been in this industry for so long, knowing we don't want that shit.
No. It's like, you know, if you look at a magazine and you've got all these beautiful women and they've had all these treatments done and that they spend all their time. I guess it's the same in the cake world, isn't it? Yeah. Do you want that? Do you want that?
It's like, I mean, I worked in the dance industry for like 25 odd years, and success is, you know, if you're going to be a ballet dancer, success is being in one of the top, the top companies. Not every dancer wants that. Some dancers want to become teachers and help another generation. Some dancers don't want to be performing 7, 8 shows a week. It's what success is to you.
Yeah. And what's achievable for you. You should set those achievable. Well,
it's your goals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your goals.
It's your goals. Yeah. But I mean, there are other reasons why, as women, because like you say, so a lot of blokes, I read that online, that blokes are motivated more by power.
Yeah.
And blokes or men, so I shouldn't call them blokes, that's very sexist of me. Men, they attribute their success to their own work, whereas women attribute their success to a bit of luck.
Yeah.
We can't always own our own success.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why can we not own our success?
Is that because we like to procrastinate?
Yeah. And also I think
self-sabotage.
Yeah. But you see a successful man, you see a successful man, and people respect him. People see successful women.
Yeah.
People don't like women being successful. No. And that's like instills a bit of fear. Are we going to be judged because we're successful? Are we going to be...
Yeah. When are they going to fail?
Yeah. When are we going to trip up and fail? And it's there is that like weight of expectation on us, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I think we become apologetic about it if we ask. I mean, I do it. If I'm, someone said, I was at the village school, the school fair the other day, and someone came and went, "Oh, you've got a cookbook," and I instantly went, "Oh yeah, that's what I did in lockdown." I didn't go, "Yeah, I've got a cookbook."
Yeah,
I'm a published.
I've got notes about that, about the way women speak.
Yeah.
So we should use a different terminology when we're speaking, because women tend to use more words than men as well. Men are more direct. They'll go,
right,
I want a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So when I send my emails, when I was doing my research, I thought, oh my God, I do this all the time. I'll send an email and I'll go, I just wanted to check that the time that you're coming to collect, which does sound apologetic, like, oh, is everything all right? Whereas what I should say is, I wanted to check that you're coming at 10 o'clock, which is the time that I set. Sort of thing, because I just wanted to check, gives them the leeway to go, well, actually no, I'm going to kind of come.
We are more apologetic in business, and I know to a certain extent that some clients like that, and they think we're more relatable, but it's probably not doing us many favors when it comes to actually setting boundaries with our clients.
Or when someone pays a compliment to your cake, they go, oh my God, your cake was amazing. I do this a lot when my friends and things that compliment my cake. I go, oh, but I look at this, look at that, and I point out the flaws, and they can't see them. They don't know that they're there.
Or the other thing that I do is that someone will go, oh, this cake was lovely. You go, yeah, well, I've had a lot of practice. I've been making it a lot, and it's like, rather than saying, yeah, I'm really good at making cakes, I know my cakes taste amazing, I know they're fantastic, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, but I've had quite a bit of practice, I mean, why can we not just go, thank you very much?
Talk up your work.
Yes.
Go, yes, that cake's amazing. I spent 15 hours on it. I've got 25 years of experience. I haven't. Or maybe I have. I think I have. So anyway, I've got a lot of experience. I've spent a lot of money buying all the professional tools.
Exactly.
Talk up your work.
I do also think, though, that as women, we do fear the opinion of others, especially other women, and I've seen it in cake groups. Women can be ugly. Probably. I mean, I've seen it more from women than blokes, but I think men can do it too. I remember Rosalind Miller when she was selling a unicorn cake in Harrods, and the cost of it at the time. And the shit she got for selling that, I think it was like an 8-inch unicorn cake for like 150 quid. Which at the time, was a really good price for a unicorn cake, and the shit that she got for selling it. And rather than other cake makers going, good on her, she's in Harrods, well done, she's selling her cake for that much money, she's getting paid really good money for her skills and her talents, they just went, well, I wouldn't pay that. Well, that's I wouldn't charge that. And it's like, it is absolutely fit. And I also remember Molly Robbins being in a cake group once and coming out of it because of the abuse that she got after being on
Extreme Cake Makers.
Because of the shit that she got from other cake makers. She came out of several Facebook groups because we couldn't just be excited for her. We all had to knock her down,
So I'm not in many cake groups, but the cake groups I'm in, it's a very I'm actually so I'm in our special one on Facebook, which is a group of women in this area, and we all talk each other up, don't we? We all, it's
a really positive place to be. I would say, if you're in some groups, watch the language, watch the tone of people,
and if they're not for you, just leave. because you want positivity in your life.
Yeah, you want people that are actually going to cheerlead you. You want.
So I'm actually on another group for Christina Giorgio.
Oh yeah,
because I've done her classes, so it's like a group of those women who've attended the classes, and it's all abilities,
right?
And it's a bit like our group. Everyone gives it praise, and it's really enthusiastic, and it's just such a lovely group to be in. So I don't follow much on Facebook or
I haven't been. I find them quite toxic, quite a few of the Facebook groups. But then I think the fear for us is that if people can do that on a Facebook group, that's what people are thinking. And why? What, why would people be like that? But you kind of need to get through that. And don't be apologetic for your success. Don't be apologetic for your good cake. Don't be apologetic for making a bloody living. Just
because at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Don't apologize.
So you should identify your fears, which is such as increased responsibility or fear of change, which is another one. Say, like, if you're working part-time and then doing your cake business part-time, and you need to take the next step, don't be scared of that.
There is I've got that down, fear of change. I think that is a real,
and you can use past experiences that have made you feel like this, like if someone's made a comment and it just makes you go and you just like feel flat. Use that and set some realistic goals to help you celebrate your achievements. Like don't put up online the cakes that you are like, put on the ones that make you go,
put up the ones that you celebrate. And it is about celebration. It's about celebrating you as a business owner, celebrating your cakes. And I don't think it's about, I watched something today actually. There's a lovely lady online called Sarah Powell, and she does this thing called Celebrate Yourself. And she was saying today about the difference between gratitude and appreciation, which I thought was quite interesting. So, we're all told to write a gratitude list I'm grateful for this today. Because it makes you feel better, the mindset. And she said the problem is with gratitude is that it's not a problem, but she said gratitude is things that you feel like you've been given, that you're lucky to have. So therefore you're grateful. Whereas appreciation, you're appreciating it because it's something that you own more. And I thought that was it's just like a real subtle shift in your mindset, that you appreciate the fact that you are a really good cake maker. You're not grateful for it, you appreciate it, or that you appreciate that you've had the balls to start your own business and go and sell cake. And I thought that was like it was really, really minuscule shift, but it's like, this is something that I've done. This isn't something that's done for me. I'm not grateful to it because it's happened to me. I've done it and I appreciate myself for this, which I thought was quite, but definitely celebrate all your wins.
See your success as a journey rather than a destination.
Yes.
That's a bit profound, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Because it is a journey of ups and downs.
Yeah. And the thing is that, I think, our business has changed so much. You look at both of our businesses and how all the things that they've gone through. But you wouldn't, some people do, but you wouldn't go and get a job, right? Say you got a job at a council, right? Which is probably the place that you would do the same thing for years and years, but you get a job at a council. Say you got a job at the council when you're 20 years old. You wouldn't expect at 30 years old to be doing the same thing. So why, as cake makers, do we expect our journeys not to change, for us to not develop? And did you see Cotton and Crumbs closed this week?
I think I saw a brief thing about it.
So Cotton and Crumbs, she's been going years and years and years. Her cakes are stunning. They're beautiful. And she said, she's just finding it hard to earn a living from making cakes and that. And I saw a couple of people jump on and go, well, she's not run our business properly. But, I saw a lot of love, a huge amount of love pouring out for the fact that Cotton and Crumbs is going. But then, she's she was a successful, in inverted commas, cake makers when I had the shop.
Yeah.
Does this woman want to be doing the same thing day in, day out?
No.
And maybe she's done the successful bit.
Yeah.
She's seen her success there.
She's evolved and she's gone on to do something else.
Exactly. Because once you get to your perceived success, then what?
Yeah.
You have to find a new success.
You can't. It's not just a full stop.
No. It is a journey, like you say. It is definitely a nice rolling journey.
And sometimes you just change. Not everybody wants to stay in the same job.
No.
Forever.
No. I used to make wedding cakes. We used to make hundreds of wedding cakes. Don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. I used to be a cleaner. I did that for 5 years.
You own a cake business.
You know, think of all the jobs you've had in your lifetime.
Yeah.
And how, own it.
Yeah, definitely. But I think, I think you're right. It is definitely it's a journey to that success.
So I listened to this podcast the other day about being powerful and being, not being downtrodden.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the tips was to create an alter ego, which I thought was, I've been actually doing this.
Yeah.
So
play the successful person.
Yeah. So, and she said, don't just play it, maybe create your alter ego. So I was thinking about this all weekend. I was like, well, what's my alter ego going to be based on? And I've chosen women that I've admired.
Right.
And so I chose my name Sophia.
Oh.
So I can say, come on, be more Sophia.
Yes.
And she's a tall woman with a nice curvy waist, big boobs, which I've got. I've actually created her.
It's like your ideal client, but you.
Yeah. And when you're walking down the road, walk like Sophia. Sophia's not slunched forward, rushing.
Yeah.
Sophia's standing tall. She, when she comes in a room, she's going to look round and go, hi. She's not going to go, right, where's the kitchen? I need to go and hide in there. If you struggle when you go into a room, be more Sophia, per se.
Yeah.
And you're going to own that space and people are going to look at you more differently.
Yeah.
And if you do, and the woman, the thing I was watching, she was like, if you do this every day, you'll just start doing it naturally.
Yes.
So
it's like muscle memory, I guess, isn't
it? Yeah. So I've been trying that when I walked the dogs today. I was like holding myself upright and sucking my stomach in. And
then your stomach hurt and you went, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But can you remember we used to work with a lovely florist?
Oh my God,
Judith.
Yeah.
And she was so outgoing and so bubbly, and she never held back.
No.
And
we used to say all the time, we used to go, be more Judith.
Be more Judith, because she just didn't seem to have a barrier to be able to go up and talk to people. And and
we're so positive.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful woman. She's just retired recently, actually.
She has. But we used to say, be more Judith. Because she probably wasn't like that all the time, but that's what we were seeing. That was, who we were seeing.
Yeah.
And we were inspired by her,
Yeah.
I also think another fear when you're successful is the fear of criticism, of being criticized. Because we don't have the confidence to go, well, I know you think it's shit, but I think it's amazing.
Yeah. Or I forgot what I was going to say.
But also for customers.
Okay.
Go on.
No, it's gone.
It's gone completely. Okay. It's come back. No, it's gone completely. But like if a customer comes and complains. So I do remember. It was. Remember when the program Watchdog used to be on?
Yeah.
And they used to. They would have a complaint, and they would go to this company. Say, I don't know. Let's go Cadbury's. Cadbury's had a complaint, and Cadbury's would always come back. Whichever company it was, would always come back and go, "We've sold 2 million chocolate bars and this one person is complaining.
Yeah.
And they were like trying to put it in perspective. And I used to always try and think, right, I've sold 10 cakes this week and that one person is telling me it's slightly dry. I know it's not dry, but that one person is, but it would still crush me.
Yeah.
Every time that one complaint would crush me.
Yeah.
And I think it is a case of going, I've sold hundreds of cakes. I've got hundreds of happy customers or tens of happy customers that come back to me, that love my cakes. That one person doesn't like my cake. I'm not going to let it crush me. But there is a fear of being criticised, and that, you know,
I've got an example.
Right, go on then.
So I set up a wedding cake last week on a very hot day. But I set it up, and it was just a buttercream cake with fresh flowers on it, which the florist provided. And they was, I've never been to a wedding with so many flowers. They must have spent so many thousands on those flowers. It was amazing. So they gave me all these flowers. So the cake was covered in flowers, and there were about 10 florists there setting up all the flowers from the same company. That's how many there were. And I'd been chatting to one of the girls, and I went to her. I thought, I want your opinion. I said, do you like the way I've done the flowers? She said, yeah, they're amazing. She said, and then she stepped back and she said, oh, but the one on the top makes it look like there's another tier. You maybe need to add another flower. And I went, okay, fine. And so we went, got some more flowers, and I changed it. And then she came back to me because she obviously thought, oh my God, she's going to think I was criticising her cake. She said, I'm so sorry if you thought I was criticising your cake. And I went, no, I love that you had the confidence to say to me, that stands out. I think you should make it. That'll make it better. And before, I know I would have gone, oh my God, she thinks my cake looks awful. But in my head, I went, it's constructive criticism and it's good. Take it.
I suppose it also it's that, why are you asking? Were you asking for her? Were you asking her?
I asked her what, genuinely, because she was a florist. And she knew what she was doing. And I'd put these flowers on the cake, fresh flowers. And I did genuinely want her opinion.
And I mean, sometimes we ask people, and we just want them to go, yeah, it's amazing. Which means jack shit, really, doesn't it? You know. But if you're genuinely asking her because she's an expert in what she's doing and you want her advice, take it. And ultimately, it made your cake better. You know?
Definitely.
And you've probably got amazing photos. Not that you do anything with them, but you've got amazing.
I have actually.
I have got
some. I even took a video.
I
wish I could have done a smelly video.
Really?
To smell how amazing. I mean, you stepped into the room. And it was because there were sweet peas there. It was amazing.
I have to say, though, and I know this is an aside to what we're talking about, but if a couple give you amazing flowers, the cake will be amazing. I did a wedding cake last year. It was one of my last ever wedding cakes that I did last year. And I walked in, and I remember they gave me roses, and these roses were like £10 each. The cake looked amazing. I've never done a fresh flower cake that looked so stunning, but that's because the flowers were just.
As I was leaving, somebody went to me, oh my God, the cake looks amazing. And I went, that's because of your flowers. Because I mean, literally, I think I had 3 or 4 peonies on it, 3 or 4 full roses. There were lisianthus, there was this, there was that.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference.
I hate it when you turn up and they give you like 3 tiny
little cones.
Anyway,
so fear of criticism, but don't hold on to that criticism. And also, if you are criticized, don't see it as your shit. See it as, what can I change to make it better? You like yours that you saw it as constructive criticism.
Because I did have to talk to myself in my head, because the little voice went, and I was like, no, it's good. Take this criticism.
It's good, constructive criticism. And you won't grow without that, you won't grow and you won't get better, because you just stay in your little bubble of everyone hates me, everyone thinks I'm rubbish. Use it and expand. Right, so what else have I got on my list? Imposter syndrome.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
Imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. I don't have the right skills. I've only been doing this for 10 years. I'm just little me. I've never had any professional training. I'm just home trained. I'm self-trained.
Have you had training, Bronya?
No, I've had the odd class that I've been to.
And I'm the same.
Yeah.
And
I think most cake makers are.
Yeah. And it's not just us as cake makers. I was speaking to a girl at a party I went to on Saturday night, and she was saying she wanted a new job, still in the same field, but closer to home. And I said to her, do you what skills have you got? And she said, I didn't get any GCSEs. I've been in the same job for 10 years, and I know Excel, spreadsheets, Word, whatever it is, Microsoft. She rattled off all of these things. And like us, she'd learned everything in her job.
On the job.
And that's the same as us. Yeah. So, I
have a degree, right? I have a degree. I've got a degree in dance and business studies. How the hell does that help me make cakes? I could do a good plie. Well, I can't now. My back won't let me. But you know what I mean? But it means that, yes, I've got business studies. But I did my degree 30 years ago. And things have moved on. I mean, the internet, we used to have to go to the library to use a computer. We didn't have computers back then. We didn't have mobile phones. Life has moved on so much. So everything we're doing the whole way through, and if you've been doing this for 10 years, think of the experience that girl's got, the life experience. And that's something you can't put down as a qualification.
No.
And I think every time we make a cake, every single time we make a cake, that's a new skill. Because something will be different, something will go wrong, something will alter, the weather will be different, and we've managed that. You
wake up in the morning and your cake will have bubbles in it. You get through that.
You deal with it. And even if you went to pastry school, even if you spent 3 years at college learning this, actually delivering cakes is very different. All of these things. So your life skills, it's all relevant. And it is really hard. It is really hard.
But don't be scared to be powerful or to ask for advice or to.
But imposter syndrome is real. And I think many people, and because of imposter syndrome, people do self-sabotage as well. Self-sabotage is real. You sabotage your own success because it scares you to be successful. And that's
I guess in that, writing your business plan or writing your travel path. So that this will help you with your success, and you'll help you with your fear of failure and your fear of being an imposter. Because you're not an imposter. If you're there, you're doing it, be in that space.
And I mean, you've got coming from like a female perspective, we kind of fear, we have this imposter syndrome because I think it's kind of instilled into us through our entire lives that we've got to really prove ourselves. Men, they go straight out and go, I can do this. I can run my own business. I can be a plumber. I'm going to run my own business. I'll learn a bit of plumbing and off I'll go. And I'm going to charge £150 an hour because that's the industry standard. So I'm going to be part of the industry and I'll charge that £150 an hour. And it gives them confidence because the industry has said your hourly rate is this. They go, I'm worth that.
Yeah, but with cake making, You can get, someone phoned me up for an 8-inch cake with sugar flowers on it, covered in sugar paste. And when I told her my price, she went, "Oh, I was expecting to pay £60."
Jeez.
And I was like, "No, sorry, then I went to her, "Would you like to think about it?"
Yeah. Would you like to go and ask your partner?
Yeah.
But I think right. So let's wrap up. How can we not be fearful of success? What should we do? What tools can we do? Because first of all, I think we have to acknowledge it. Like you were saying, you have to acknowledge what scares you, why you're scared. Sit down and think, what am I scared about? What does success look for me? And what does success look like for me? Jesus. What does success look like for me? And what am I scared about that? Does it mean that I have to change what I'm doing? Or can I be successful without changing it? Does it mean that I have to deliver 6-tier wedding cakes? Or can it be that I don't have to and I can make a successful business without that? What does it look like for you? And I think it's a real case of reflecting yourself. Do you know what I mean? How you need like a moment of self-reflection, and it can be
hard because decide what's most important to you at one time and focus on that.
It's going to be an exercise that is going to be really.
I've written this
hard.
down. If all else fails, fake it until you make it.
Because faking it is I'm not being funny. That is your persona that you're building, isn't it?
The fear.
Yeah. So fear is your fake it until you become her. Definitely. But just acknowledge the fear, understand your fears, and
if it's stressing you out and giving you anxiety, just step back, as in step away from the cake, step away from that success for 5 minutes, sit back, take a deep breath, because at the end of the day, it's not worth getting stressed out about.
It's your life. I mean, at the end of it, it's your life. It's your life. I know, yes, to a certain extent, we all need to be making money out of it. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be in business. We'd just be making cakes and giving them to friends and family. But it's your path you're choosing. No one else is pushing you on this path. It's your path. And if you want to be successful, choose how you want to be successful, aim to that success, and make it fit with your life rather than you having to fit with what someone else perceives as successul for you.
Oh, getting a bit deep here, aren't we?
It is. It's for a Monday morning. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
But I think, I think me and you have probably been through it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And also we've both got siblings. I mean, that's another thing, is that your siblings successful. So you suddenly think, oh shit, am I successful in what I'm doing? And people around you, your husband's successful. Are you just the little lady at home? All these things go through your head.
Yeah. I have had people say to me before, well, I earn a lot more than you, therefore I don't need to do the washing up.
It's, you just have to live with your own fears, or just acknowledge your fears. And then
acknowledge your fears.
Acknowledge them, and then see what you can do to overcome them. But you've got to know they're there first. And they could be standing in your way of running an amazing business that you've always wanted.
Yeah.
Or you see other people, you see other people running these amazing businesses, and you think, I really want that, but actually I don't. Well, why don't you?
Yeah. Why don't you?
I could sing the whole thing.
Go on then.
Just switch off your television set, go off and do something else less boring instead. Why don't you? Oh, we really are showing our age. That was a great programme.
It was, wasn't it? It was.
Great programme. Scottish, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I can remember watching it.
Yeah, it was good. Summer holidays. Kids don't know they're born nowadays. With all these gadgets that they get to play with all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, you were looking up earlier successful women.
Yes, I'm going to use that for my product of the week.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go.
It's time for product of the week. It's time for product of the week.
Right, go on then. Successful women, do it.
So, there are lots of successful women out there. So many. So many. But I have chosen for my product of the week, it sounds a bit weird, Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
Because, she's done so much. She's been in film. She's one of the world's most famous and most loved interviewers.
Yeah.
She used to have the Oprah Winfrey Show. She does amazing charity work. You can tell I'm
incredible
reading this.
Charity work.
And she does fantastic speeches as well.
When I was a Weight Watchers coach, I don't know whether she owned part of Weight Watchers or she was the ambassador for Weight Watchers.
I think she was the ambassador or something like that.
And we used to get sent videos of her motivational speeches.
Yeah.
And it used to make you crumble. It's like, oh my God, she's incredible.
She is. And she's been on a hell of a journey throughout her life as well. And some of it I can relate to as well. And I think she's a bad boss bitch.
Yeah, she is. And she came to it quite late as well, didn't she?
Yeah. She was born in 1954.
But I think her success wasn't till
she
quite late.
She became first famous in 1986.
Yeah. Yes, if you think so she was born, what, 54, did you say?
Yeah.
So she was in she's in her 30s. 30s?
Yes.
50, yes. I thought she was older than that. I thought it wasn't until she was like in her 50s, but maybe I'm wrong then.
No, because she was in that film as well, wasn't she? The Colour Purple.
Oh, was she?
Mm.
Oh. I might have to go back and watch.
Oh, such a good movie. So good. I watched it again last year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she is incredible, and she also is a huge. What's the word? When she invests so much more, she gives a huge amount, doesn't she? It's not all her business.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. She gives and gives.
She must be very proud of herself.
She's
a powerful woman.
I hope so.
I might change my alter ego name to Oprah.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, so I'm going to change my product of the week, seeing you've just done that, because I have a lady that I would like to give a shout out as being a wonderful, successful lady. And that is a lady called Holly Tucker. And Holly Tucker, I think you follow her on Instagram as well.
I do.
Yeah, so she is a British entrepreneur. I didn't realise 1977 she was born. She's younger than us.
Oh, wow.
Wow. She started Not on the High Street. So she founded Not on the High Street, which is, I think, passed on now. And she has Holly & Co. But she's like a small business ambassador. She shouts out small businesses.
Yeah. I've bought quite a lot of the products that she's done. Yeah.
Yeah, she's and Jules, my husband Jules, he did an MBA at Imperial College London, and apparently she was a guest speaker there.
Oh wow!
Because I remember talking to him about her, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen her do like a chat at Imperial," and he said she was so interesting and so engaging. So yeah, Holly Tucker. I don't know what her Instagram handle is, but if you look up, I think it's Holly & Co.
Yeah.
But she also shows her vulnerable side as well.
Yeah, and she sends email. She does a newsletter.
Yes,
well, which is because I'm not really on the social media side of it. I read the newsletter.
Yeah,
that I get. I prefer that.
She does shout out. She's British. She loves British small businesses, and she shouts out British small businesses all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's really diverse. The things that you get on there.
Yeah. I mean, the other day I was looking at buttons. She had someone that was making little buttons,
or postcards, or kimonos, or you know, it's just really random what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Which I love it.
And so she obviously built up Not on the High Street, made it a huge success, sold it on. Exit strategy, sold it on, moved on to the next thing. And she's, there she is. Oh, okay.
All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, push the button. Of course, dance. Listen to our Spotify playlist.
The afternoon bake list, the Friday afternoon bake list.
Yes. If you've got any questions, email us.
Send us your email, send us your questions, rate us, review us, all those things.
And be happy. Be happy and don't be fearful.
No, be successful and enjoy your success.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I need to stop this now then, don't I?
Okay. Well, I need to say something.
Oh, okay, go on then.
Bye.